Welcome back. Christine Lee, who is our real estate expert and radio show host, is joining us again. Christine, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
We had a lot to talk about last time you were here. One of the things we're going to be focusing on today is what do you do if you are building a new home and yet you're trying to sell your own home at the same time? That can be kind of a balancing act, if you will.
Yeah, and the last thing that any seller or buyer wants is to hold two mortgages at the same time, have that double payment, because it's extremely stressful,
right,
and it's a huge financial burden.
So how do you time it? How do you make sure it's timed properly?
Well, the great news is that there is a program built just for this situation, and it's called the New Home Trade-In Program. So if you're building a home and you're selling a home, the New Home Trade-In Program brings together what we call our triple guarantee, along with our aggressive marketing plan. So our triple guarantee has to do with, number one, the first guarantee is that we'll guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or we can have it bought for cash. So it takes the stress out of the deadlines. It's predetermined as to, again, the price and deadline, so you know exactly what to expect, and it can help remove that contingency that builders are looking for, and allows you to even negotiate even more, aggressively and use it to your advantage. So.
How many people have you helped with this? Because this seems like a lot of people would be interested when you can take the stress element out of it.
Absolutely. No, people are very much interested in the Guaranteed Sale Program because it has such a strong backing. And as we go through the process, it's all about making sure that it's stress-free, and it removes the risk, and you get the job done. And so we have a track record of getting a home sold, and we sell a home about every 4 days or so, 4 or 5 days. And so it's happening, and so we can help any buyer or seller out there.
Absolutely. And when you're talking about brand new homes, sometimes you can drive through Jacksonville and you can see there's so much construction going up. And when you go into these model communities, oftentimes you will go in and see them. And they actually have real estate agents there. You don't necessarily have to bring your own with you. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And, those are known as side agents. And I think the misconception a lot of times is that, oh, there's a side agent, and so, that's good enough. They're working for me. But the reality is that they're actually working for the builder. Now, they're there to facilitate the transaction, but when you have a buyer specialist on your side, then you really have somebody in your corner that knows all the different builders, all the different, options out there, and can really have somebody in your corner. It doesn't cost you anything. We had somebody on the radio show from a national builder, and he reiterated it again and again. Listen, the builders expect to work with real estate agents. Actually, they budget it in their model, and it's about more than half their business a lot of times. Actually, even a year or two ago, it was about like 80% of the business for some of the builders. So it's extremely common, and it's to the buyer's advantage to have somebody who's really looking out for them.
Oftentimes, and I looked at some new homes here, and it was, I guess, the agent there that was on site. It's part of the builder's agent that took us through different, floor plans and so forth, and said to us, you don't need an agent. We can negotiate it right here.
Yeah.
So they actually try to tell you, you don't need one.
Yeah, and again, every side agent is different, so I'm not going to speak, kind of for everybody. Some of them work extremely well with agents, and some of them, may not. But the bottom line is, as a consumer, as a buyer, what is going to give you the best advantage and the best insight that you need through this process. And really having a true expert. And I say not just a not to offend, but professional door opener, right? But if you really have someone who's truly a real estate expert, it can save you thousands of dollars. And we've literally done that, this year, saving buyers, this one buyer, like $4,000 to $7,000 on just how things were packaged together, and just making sure that things are done the right way. So.
And that was a new home?
It was a new home. Yep, that was just this year. So we hear those stories over and over again.
What should we be asking if you watch this and then you go and you look at some of the new communities? What types of questions should we be asking them?
Well, first of all, again, when you sit down and do the initial consultation with your buyer specialist, they're going to do a needs analysis with you, and they're going to go through exactly what you want and need, and then pair you up with the right community. Again, when you're out there with the side agent, they're going to know about their community and their product, and that's their responsibility and scope. But with a buyer specialist, they know the whole neighborhood. They know all the different areas of town that's going to be the best fit for you.
All the different school districts, et cetera,
Exactly,
et cetera.
exactly.
A little bit now about your charity.
Yes, we have Rewards for Heroes and Adopt a Classroom program where you can, we have a goal of giving back $50,000 to the community this year. And when a military first responder teacher purchases a home with us, they can get up to $6,000 back at closing. And it's our way of saying thank you and giving back to the community just consistently, and being able to help, again, those teachers that come out of pocket for classroom supplies, which happens all the time. And, you know, we'll sponsor classrooms. You can recommend or, you know, refer a classroom that's in need through our website at www.adoptaclassroomprogram.com.
It's a great community support.
All right.
All right, Christine Lee, thank you for coming, and we'll see you again in a couple weeks, right?
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
We'll be right back.